Okay, welcome back. So this whole episode gonna pretty much be a voiceover episode. After I ended the last episode at the shrine, if I would have kept going in the direction I was looking in, I would have came into this pit. Instead, after I ended the episode, I was done recording for the day. Chilling in my game room, my daughter watching my TV, so I'm like, let me get back on the game and let me go back in the other directions in this area to see what I missed. Long story short, I end up circling around and coming to this pit anyway. There's more than one direction to get to this pit. So, luckily, when I first started, I say, well, at least let me record, even though she in here watching TV, I can't record my audio. Let me record the video just in case something important happened, because I've had that happen before where I'm just doing side stuff and then something major happened and I'm not recording. So I say, let me start recording just in case. So luckily, I had a video and I could just go ahead and just do a voiceover over it. So that's what we doing right now. Boss wasn't hard. Straightforward fight. And then I got into a lot of crap off camera. Because it was one thing after another. And then I'm like, bruh, I should have been recording all this as an episode. I went around trying to find the side stuff and found nothing but main stuff. So yeah, packed him up. As you can see, that wasn't a hard fight at all. Collecting my rewards. I think this is gonna be the first time I'm doing like a whole episode where it's voice recorded. Well, not voice recorded, but voiceover. I think this is like a 40-minute episode. So right here I jump cut. I pretty much left the pit and it led me in this area. I started to hear noise, broke this open. Lo and behold, ran across the horse. I'm gonna let the dialogue play.
I came here from the New West for the wisdom of the 100-eyed one. But he shut his doors and made me prisoner in this lair. Tales speak of these insatiable spider-guys. They could use a strong male like me to consume and practice. Much I owe you today, my friend. Without your help, along the way, I would see no more of the Flaming Mountains.
So then after that dialogue, I figured I'd go up to him and talk to him to get the rest of the dialogue.
They say he marches and fights on a quest to bring back the Great Sage.
The Great Sage and my king once swore a brotherhood. After the sage fell, the king dismissed every one of us. He became someone, not himself. If the Destined One is really the one who can bring back the sage, he can count on my humble support.
My plea for aid was met only with silence along this path. That in turn...
Because I've heard sometimes if you don't get all the dialogue from characters, sometimes it might not activate the quest. So I'll be trying to make sure I get all the dialogue.
Shall aid. I will act on my own. Should our paths cross at the Flaming Mountains, we'll toast to our reunion. Now, take great care.
My plea for aid was met only with silence along this path.
My mind is...
So I'm assuming I'm gonna run into him again, based off of what he was saying.
Now, take great care.
And then I jump cut again because I continue to follow that path. And the reason I kept this part in is because I found another one of those shrines with that purple ore. So of course I go to remove the tag off of it. I think this is the second one I've found so far. And I realize there's a crate right there. I don't know how I missed that. Didn't mean to freeze him up there. Making rookie mistakes. Then he fall down there. And so I'm waiting for him to come back up here. He not, so I get on here and say, well, let me go down here. Because I'm assuming they won't let me open the crate till I kill him. So then I go open the crate and realize there's another one up here. Pack him up. Then I pretty much run to this shrine and rest. And then after resting, I go around the right here. And then it leads to this path where I run into another boss battle. So I grab a mirror. And at first I'm thinking like, bro, it's just a long arm just hanging down in the middle of a hallway, bro. Until I find out what that arm connected to. Called the gang out. Right there, you kind of got a glimpse of what was up there. So we crowding right now. I missed that heavy attack. He keeps smacking the side of the wall, making rocks fall. Right here, I charge up a full maxed out heavy hit. Trying to time it so I don't miss this time. Got him. And now he done flipped around. So it's some kind of bug. He's vomiting acid all over the freaking place. Getting frustrated because I feel like he's running from me. Then I feel like I need to upgrade these abilities right here because I feel like they don't do much damage. I feel like if they special moves, they should do more damage than what they doing. So I know you gotta upgrade them. At this point, I'm trying to just get the fight over with, bro. I'm just trying to rush him. And I'm like, yeah, find a hit here. I'll pack him up. He packed up. She pretty much slammed him and made a bridge for me.
I've laid your path for you. But where will my path be? From now on, we're both on our own. Tell me, Monkey, what's it like out there? Beyond these mountains?
And now right here, this is me trying to use photo mode when I run back in front of them. But when I look down that other way, to the left is a bridge that I'm going to come back to later. So I go further across the area right, and it leads me to this cutscene, which I felt like took entirely too long. I felt like they dragged this cutscene. And speaking of photo mode, I wish they photo mode was a little better than this. I wish they photo mode was more on the level of Horizon Zero Dawn, where it's like you can pose the character different ways. Cause it's like however you pause the game is how your character gonna stand. I seen recently Stellar Blade did an update to their photo mode where you can move characters around and pose them different ways. I wish that the photo mode on this game was like that. That way you can get all kind of different thumbnails.
Hurry, hurry! They're here!
But let me let the dialogue go.
Wedding. Been dreaming about yours. Little brat. Dare to do it. Come here. Stop it! I take it back. Hey, look, the groom is here.
Apologies for keeping you waiting, sisters.
Wow, is he really the one Mother's been expecting? I thought he would look better.
He's not much to look at, but as long as Mother is happy.
Not much of a looker, but quite a fighter, though. Had to use Mother's ancestral vessel to take him down. Still aching.
Aren't you diligent? Such a rare catch. Why not let us sisters have it first?
Think before you talk. This is the one Mother is set on. One scratch. And none of us would like the results.
What would this marriage change? We are bound to this ill place one generation after another. Even you like this farce. Go. Go ahead and watch.
Sisters, the feast is yet to start. Don't tell me you're drunk already.
Right, he's nothing but Mother's meal. No need to make a big fuss over him. Here, he is all yours.
You've done great.
Wait. Mother has grown soft with age, and the girls are too young to know better. But can't you see it's all wrong?
Yes, but try to think from her position. We're her children. This is what we do.
But I am on her side. For decades, she's been tortured by her wound, all thanks to this dumb thing. And yet, she still wants to marry him. No! I can't do this anymore.
Love is not about forgiving or getting even. It is never a fair game. It's about two souls woven together by fate.
But
Neither of us was born then. We never witnessed our past. That's why We can't understand her obsession today.
Have you told Uncle?
Let's worry about that later. Though her joy is borrowed, it's still joy before it's returned. You, come with me. Ahead is Mother's chamber. Now listen carefully for your own good. Mother is usually nice.
And so they gave us one of these long Metal Gear Solid cutscenes. Even right here, I'm just like, bruh, come on with this cutscene. Like, why is they walking so slow to the door?
Look at her.
Get to the door and get this cutscene over with.
Hurry, we are running out of time.
My words. Keep them in mind.
Go, there's no time to waste.
Like, even right here, I'm just like, fade to black, bro. What is we waiting on? Like, they drag this cutscene.
Back here. I have been waiting for so long.
And then we meet the mother, Mama Spider.
Years up there haven't been kind to you. But you're with me now. Girls, let the feast begin!
So then after that long cutscene, I go right here. And then I double back to where that bug made that bridge. And instead of going right, I go left because I want to know what's on the other side of this bridge. That's me looking around to see what part of the map I'm on. I be trying to get the gist of like where I'm at and see if I can see an area I've already been to. So checking this crate to see what's in it. Early in the game, it had a part where you could headbutt a wall and it broke. So for whatever reason, when I was seeing those bricks right there, I was like, maybe I could break those. Visible wall stopping me. Okay, see right here is a thin bridge to get across right here, but I knew those things was gonna swing at me. So I figured, let me turn into my transformation and just blow up, thinking that the explosion gonna take them all out. Wrong. Then I fell. I got knocked off the bridge. So then I double back and said, let me try it again. So now I'm just thinking what else I could use to knock them down. And stupidly, I could have just used the cloud step and just walked right past them. But I'm just like, nah, get the gang out here, let them take them out. And then right here, I'm trying to go across the bridge, but the one that's standing in front of it blocking me to where when I bump into him, he's shoving me to where I almost fell. And then right here, that's when common sense kick in. This cave got all kind of areas where they got like the dark and damp looking areas, and then they have areas where it's a lot of greenery. This area here actually take you kind of outside to where you on like a cliff, but it's like a little forest.
What if you will?
For whatever reason, these enemies was a little tougher than normal. I'm in my head trying to figure out why I ain't packing him up quicker. Then I actually like these enemies' moveset because they more quick to strike. They're not as slow as some of the other enemies. Pack him up. Need that to upgrade my gore. Then I'm like, here go another one of these fools. Freeze them and hit them with a heavy attack. Took his health down halfway. Most enemies, their health will go almost completely down after a hit like that. And right here, I'm trying to be careful because I don't know if you can fall off this cliff or not. I felt like that explosion should have packed him up. It didn't. Now I feel like he's trying to knock me off the cliff. Packed him up. Of course, that's an enemy. Now right here, somebody starts talking, and for whatever reason, I pay zero attention to it. I'm thinking I'm just getting some random dialogue or whatever. I don't know who it's coming from. Little did I know.
Must the yellow one in the shrine be in the air to the earth with no
because I don't know why I didn't think that hearing that dialogue that a boss fight wasn't around. Normally when somebody just starts speaking randomly as you getting closer to them, it definitely leads up to a boss fight. But for whatever reason, I'm just running around trying to check all the areas that I haven't been in, thinking that I'm not doing nothing major. So I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just like, whatever. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. Like, I heard the voice, but for whatever reason, it didn't trigger nothing in me to say where that voice coming from. So I see that scorpion at the top of the hill. So I'm like, let me save, then I'm about to fight the scorpion. And granted, part of me is telling me I might need to stop recording. I should have stopped right here and just waited till I can record with my audio. But at this point, I'm like, I'm already in. So it's like, let me continue seeing where this go. Because once again, I'm thinking I'm not running towards nothing major. Like after fighting that one in the pit, knowing that that was the direction I was going in, I felt like everything I'm doing now is just side stuff because I went away from the direction that they was sending me on. And I don't know why it felt like it was easier to beat him than it was those other two enemies with the swords. Pack him up. And then I'm like, leave him alone. I seen the one standing there with the swords. I'm like, leave him alone. Now, back where that shrine was, if I was to turn right, the voice I was hearing was standing right there. But for whatever reason, I just didn't go in that direction. Little did I know that one of the toughest bosses I done fought so far was just right there, and I didn't pay him no attention. Because I think some people got it confused. I seen a comment on one of my other videos. It's the one where I say, I can't think of the name of the dragon, but I was saying it's the worst fight in the game so far. When I say worst fight in the game, I'm not saying that he's hard. I'm saying that the fight didn't make no sense as far as how it was set up. He in the air. I don't have no ranged attacks. It wasn't nothing difficult about it. It was just that it was inconvenient. The boss that I just missed off on, that I'm going to stumble across him later on. He was hard. That was actually a hard fight. Now right there I'm seeing that that's the bridge I ran across. So let me not go this way because it was another direction I didn't check while I was up here. So I was like, let me check that first before I just drop down right there. Plus I'd have missed this crate right here. But yeah, that dragon enemy was not hard at all. I just felt like the fight was stretched out longer than it had to be because he stayed in the air or he would bag up from you to where you wouldn't be able to get a hit off. And maybe I was fighting him wrong. I probably should have used the thrust stance. But hey, to each his own. He wasn't a hard fight though. That wasn't what I was saying when I titled it the worst fight so far. I just mean it was worse as far as the design of the fight. These next couple of bosses I get into, the one at the end of this episode, and then the up and coming episodes is gonna be 2 more. Those are the actual toughest bosses I've fought so far in this game. Matter of fact, the boss that's at the end of this episode, because I don't beat him this episode. Spoiler alert. I don't beat him this episode. But it took me hours to beat him. And I was taking breaks. But he took the longest to beat. Because as far as this recording right here, me doing this voiceover, I'm in chapter 5, like mid chapter 5. So I'm already deep past all this you seeing right now. And so yeah, he took an hour. It was another one he took close to an hour. Well, the one at the end of this episode, he took more than an hour. He took maybe an hour and a half to beat. And then there's another one that took me close to an hour to beat. So right here, I fell down in this area and I started going around. Then I started realizing I've been through here. And I'm like, oh, this the bridge. So then I go back to the checkpoint that I ended. Well, not even ended. I ain't in the last episode on that checkpoint. Somewhere in this episode, I went through a tunnel and got to a checkpoint. right after I seen those ladies talking, I went through a tunnel to another checkpoint. And it was at the end of this hall. And I seen the crack in the wall and went through it. And that's how I found this boss. And I came into this fight not equipped for it. As far as I didn't know he was a poison enemy. So I didn't have none of my poison stuff activated. Boy, Billy bumped me. Plus his tongue looked like that other enemy that made that bridge where it's like it got a hand at the end of it. And right there, just not paying attention to my health. And this is where I stumble across the boss. Because I died and this was the last checkpoint I used, it sent me back here. He started talking again. I just had to look that direction and see him standing there. So I'm like, oh, let me go see who this boss is. Big mistake.
For all his foresight, Yuan the Sign Teller could never have known that. I've hidden upon his garb as a pattern. Our sire gave his life to pave the way for the journey. And not a day passes that we do not yearn to avenge him. Yet every day, we find ourselves adrift without a home to call our own.
And so I'm just like, let's get it popping then. You doing all that talking.
Find our destiny.
I came into this fight with a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. Called the gang out, say let's crowd them. The stupid thing I'm doing right now is using up my mana. As you can see, I don't have much of nothing left. And at this point, my confidence is so high, I'm not even paying attention to my health bar. I'm not realizing when he hitting how much damage he doing. That was a big hit. Just like at this point, I'm not even paying attention to that. I'm just like, man, it's a regular old boss fight. I just need to dodge him. Like even right here, I should have been healing. He came straight out of that and finished me. After dying, I say, man, nah, he ain't about to just beat me like that. I got this. I'm trying to be more cautious this time. He blocked the hell out of it. And at this point, I'm realizing, bruh, he doing a lot of damage. This might not be an easy fight like I think it is. Weave. I didn't realize when you in cloud, it's using mana the longer you stay in it. And right here I call a gang out, thinking I need the help so I can heal. And then he jump off into a mood set I haven't seen yet. and taking me out instantly. So now I'm in my head like, I'm going to leave him alone and go back and finish the frog off. So that's how we get back here. I'm in my head like, I'm about to finish this frog off and end the episode. Because I'm just like, at this point, I'm realizing I'm not recording my voice. But I'm still in my head trying to figure out, like, if this was an episode, where would I end it at? So I'm like, let me beat the frog, and then I can end the episode. Hit him with a heavy attack. And I still didn't come back here prepared for the poison. Like, I didn't change nothing. I think I put that mask on. I didn't have that mask on at first. I found the mask where it looked like a bug. And it's supposed to, I guess, help my jump attacks or something. I ain't put it on because of that. I was just like, bro, I ain't swapped my mask in a minute. So I was just like, let me throw a different one on. Change the look up a little bit. He vomiting all over the freaking place. I like hit him with a sneak attack. Miss. Yeah, see right there how I jumped across and at him. If I didn't have that mask on, I don't think I would have did that. Right here, I'm just trying to take as much energy down as possible. I'm like, let me hit him with the heavy attack and just set him on fire. Because if you do that long enough, you'll actually do fire damage to them to where they stay on fire for a little while. Almost died right here. And I'm like, freeze him and end this. Pack him up. So then I end that fight thinking, why it wasn't like no cut scene, like a defeated scene like some of the other fights. And I'm just like, man, that was just a regular little mini boss. So then right here, I'm going down to go back to the checkpoint to save and end the episode. So I jump down here and looking in this direction, that's the way I'm supposed to go for the main mission. But when I went back to the checkpoint, something in me said, nah, I still ain't done with this fool. I want the smoke. At least that's what I thought. So I come in, bring the gang out. I'm thinking I'm about to do some damage here. Big baby headbutt. You see I switch my movesets. I feel like I'm doing something right now. I'm like, yeah. He thought he was just gonna run me off like I wasn't gonna end the episode with beating him. As soon as my gang went away, I was just like, I don't know, bro. he bagging me off him. He doing all these crazy different move sets, blocking. Did a horrible job of dodging here, and then this was I was just like, man, I'm about to end the episode, bro. So till next time, peace.